In this video, we're going to be using APShaveco Bitter Peach and once again, the Tatara Muramasa adjustable razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And we have a very fine soap for you today. This is APShaveco Bitter Peach, which is a collaboration with the razor company. I bought this maybe a week or so ago, and I haven't seen a ton of people use this, and I'm not sure why, because this smells great. Don't be scared off by the bitter in the title of Bitter Peach, because this is a beautiful peach scent. Oh, very nice. Good, robust scent strength, at least at the medium realm, if not sort of the high end of medium. Beautiful peach scent. We'll put the notes for you right here. Wild peach, blood orange, cardamom, rum, cognac, patchouli. But don't be scared off by some of those more earthy or darker notes. It is still a very bright peach scent, and I think it's fantastic. There's a look at the soap. As you can see, I've scooped some out. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a tallow soap. We'll put the ingredients for you right there. Really good smelling soap, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it more out there. Really nice indeed. I'm looking forward to this. The cost on this at the razor company is $16.99 for 4 ounces, or on a cost chart, $4.24 an ounce, which is a fair price in my estimation, and really looking forward to that. So today, once again, we're going to be using the Tatara Muramasa razor. We're putting this through its paces, and I don't think I've shown you yet that it is indeed a 3-piece razor. Bottom part of the handle screws off, and then this comes apart. Today we have a feather blade on our second use. Here's a look at the underside of the top cap. And again, I will make a specific video about this razor and break it down and take it apart because it comes apart even further than this. And nice posts on the razor. It is very well machined. You don't see any flaws in the machining. This, by the way, comes completely apart. Those two sliding posts, or plates, excuse me, come completely loose so you can clean underneath there. The innovation on this razor is really phenomenal. It's really outside of the box because those two plates, they go outward this way or inward that way to either expose more blade or limit blade exposure. And at the same time, it also adjusts the blade gap by increasing that. Again, I'll show you the slide from yesterday, which has the chart on the settings and blade gap and blade exposure. Again, innovation-wise, really, really awesome razor. And again, these the sliding base plate system, they have a patent pending, excuse me, tongue twisted already, very bad sign. Anyway, we look forward to using this again today. And we're going to start off today on 3. We'll go 3, 4, and 5 today, because yesterday we went 1, 2, and 3, and I got a great shave. And the day before when I used it, I didn't think setting 1 was doing anything at all, but it turns out it does. You just don't feel much. So please be mindful of that. Even though you may not be feeling a lot, it still shaves even on the lower setting. So that was a good finding. Okay, today's brush is the APShaveco Handcrafted series. It's kind of a butterscotch look to it. And in our Captain's Choice bowl, we have a nice lather whipped up today with some good hydration in it, and we will get going. Really nice scent on this soap, very bright, invigorating. Yesterday we used the Southern Witchcraft's the new razor company soap they have. I can't remember what that one was called. Gothorium Constrina, which was supposed to be a barbershop scent. That one I didn't was not a scent for me, but if you like earthy scents, that one is up for giveaway. So look below and I'll post a link to that video. If you're interested in getting in that video, a splash and the soap will be up for giveaway. All right. Really nice here on this soap though. I'm really digging this scent. Now this is what we're talking about. Yesterday it was like earthy patchouli, not my kind of a dirty sandalwood, earthy patchouli, not my kind of thing. But today we are back to business. And this is enjoyable. This is what, for me, bright scents are invigorating. You know, they lift my spirits. They just motivate me. Whereas the darker scents have the opposite effect. It's like, you think of dark, dreary, rainy. I don't like that. That's not for me. It's not really the type of person I am. I'm not sitting around in the dark all the time, you know. It's just, it's not my kind of thing. Okay. Let's get to the Tatara, and as we use it, we will talk about it. And on 3 is definitely feels nice. By the way, it's a good place for me to start. It is a very well-built razor. I haven't spoken much to that yet, but I can't see visually any flaws in this razor. It is machined well. There's sort of no stray marks. The finish is very nice on it. The handle, or the length of the handle, for me is absolute perfection. It is perfect in the length of the handle. Those sort of inverted dimples actually do provide some grip, although it's not going to be the grippiest razor you've ever had. So in terms of build quality, fantastic, I would say. Fantastic. And it should be for the price, which is, again, you all, if you've seen the other videos, should know by now. This one retails for $389 US, which is obviously very expensive, and that's sort of out of the range of many people. And what I would suggest to Tatara, if they're able to do this, is maybe offer something like Afterpay, where people can pay for this in, 4 or 5 interest-free installments. That would make life easier for some people who are interested in this razor, because when you're going on $400, that's just expensive. There's no, there's just no doubt about it. And so I would love to see it, the razor, to be a little more affordable in terms of people budgeting. Of course, on the other hand, I guess you could just save a number of months for the razor if you wanted to as well, but I like it when folks offer Afterpay, and just, different ways to allow people to obtain these razors and pay for them. Because this one, like I said before, is it's definitely expensive. It is a good shaver. Yesterday we found that on settings 1, 2, and 3, we had an excellent shave. Today, I imagine it will be even better. And immediately when I'm on the higher settings, I just like that blade feel. So 3, 4, and 5 would probably always be the settings for me, unless maybe I had my skin was very sensitive and I needed to go down, to the lower plates. For me, I would like it if settings 1, 2, and 3 were a little bit higher, but again, that's just my personal preference. I prefer blade feel. Again, I think this razor is designed to sort of go very mild and then to fairly efficient once you get up to the end. But I don't know, we'll use 5 today again. I did not find it to be uber efficient on 5, like some people might, but once again, I prefer quite a bit of blade feel. I like it. Some people don't. But one thing that cannot be said about this razor is that it's crabbily shafted, because it is not as well built. As soon as you touch it, you know it when you pick it up. Like it's got some good weight with it, or it's got some good weight to it, I should say. It's built like a tank. It is a very well-crafted piece, I do think. By the way, this soap smells so good. Woo! I'm digging it. And again, I think if you're a fan of peach, to me, this is a no-brainer. If you like peach, if peach is one of those scents that you find to be invigorating, this is a total winner. And I really like it. So today's shave is just really up my alley in terms of scent. I love these scents like this. Really awesome. And by the way, I want to mention that, I'll put the slide up, I'm starting to plug this early. Coming up this week, this Friday on Real Talk, Peter Charkalis of Ariana and Evans. I have not had the chance to sit down with Peter and talk, on Real Talk with him. And so we'll all be there. Let's turn it up a notch before we forget. The adjustment knob on this is fairly tight. It's not quite as smooth as I would like on this razor, but it's not going to slip on you also, so maybe that's an advantage. I don't know, but it requires a little bit of force to adjust it. And that feels very nice on 4. I definitely appreciate this razor on the upper settings. There is no question about it. It feels very nice. It doesn't feel rough whatsoever when you're reaching these upper settings. So I'm very, very happy about that. And I did, by the way, Matt Lawrence, who originally loaned me this razor, he loaned it to me. He said, try it out. And I said, hey, would you be interested in trading or selling? And so we did end up making a deal for this razor, because I wanted to keep it and use it a lot more to be able to sort of see how I feel about it over time. And then if I don't like it, I'll move it along too. I'll either sell or trade it. But so we did come to a deal, partial trade, a little bit of cash. And so now this razor belongs to me. And so I will put it through its paces thoroughly. And then if I find that I still enjoy it, I'll keep it. So far, you know, I'm leaning towards keeping it because I do think it's a very well-built razor. It is a very nice adjustable razor. It's innovative. I think that's what I appreciate most about it is the innovation of the razor. It's something entirely new and different. I really like that. And I have great respect for companies who make something entirely new, especially in a marketplace where there's lots of, you know, businesses who are kind of knocking off other things at this point. So I'm very appreciative of Tatara for doing something entirely different. I hope we don't see exact copies of this razor made in China soon, because again, I think it's sort of one of those things where I like the affordable products, but if you're going to do something like this, do something different, at least add a new twist to it, you know. But an exact duplicate or a close to duplicate that's just cheaper, I don't think is always advantageous for the marketplace, personally. And it could hurt future innovation. And so that's something that I've thought a lot more about recently. I'm personally going to try not to, you know, if Yachi, for example, makes something entirely new, perhaps I'll try it. But if it's an obvious copy of something, I don't know that I'm going to be super eager to buy those sort of things in the future, because it kind of puts the folks who make the original at a real big disadvantage, and they may not be inclined to continue to innovate if their product is immediately knocked off and sold orders of magnitude less expensively. Now that said, I realize that also puts a lot more razors in people's hands, and people might try the less expensive one first and then buy the more expensive one. But I feel very conflicted about that kind of stuff, especially the straight up duplication. You know, if it's an inspired by design that sort of takes some of the, you know, they take some inspiration from it, I think that's okay. But an exact dupe, I don't know. I don't think I'm in favor of that sort of thing. However, obviously when it comes to scents and fragrances, I am. I don't know. I'm not quite sure why people, some people are hardcore against any sort of inspired design, but they also make dupe scents. So it's kind of like, it's a tough thing to grapple with for me. But I'm definitely in favor of the inspired or dupe scents, because those are really, really great for the consumer. But when someone's knocking off a razor like this, and I don't know how I feel about that. But my inclination is to not want to jump on that. On setting 5, again, I find this to be a smooth shaver. You're definitely getting some efficiency now. It is not the most efficient even on 5. Like, I don't know off the top of my head how it would compare to like a Mercura Future turned all the way up or something like that, but it's efficient. I think putting this razor up against the Ambassador would be a good thing to do. And sorry about that bump there. That thing, I keep cutting it. I keep cutting the top off, and it's never going to heal because I won't leave it alone. So I apologize for that eyesore. Very nice and efficient here on the 5 setting of this razor. However, I think the Ambassador turned all the way up is going to feel more efficient than this. That's what my gut feeling tells me. At some point, I'll put both these razors together. And in case you don't hear that, there is a little bit of feedback there. I think what I appreciate most about this razor is it just feels well built. It is a, when you hold it and look at it, it just feels well built, and the quality of the build is readily apparent. Man, the scent is awesome. I know I haven't spoken much about the soap today because I was really covering the razor, but this peach scent is fantastic. No quality problems, plenty slick enough. Just really enjoyable shave today. Very enjoyable, and definitely settings 3, 4, and 5 for me is much preferable to settings 1, 2, and 3. You know, going in that order. Starting at 3 is sort of probably what I would always do if I were to adjust it, or I might just go with 4 or 5. I guess you could just pick one, whatever you're in the mood for, but this razor definitely is it's a smooth shaver. I don't think it feels menacing in any way, as you know, some people feel the Ambassador can feel menacing on those upper settings, or this one I think gives you a smooth and steady ride on all settings, with the lower settings being very mild. All right, that was awesome. Great scent. Razor's feeling great. Everything's doing well. Let me rinse and we'll come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back, and off cam we did a warm water rinse to remove the soap, and then we applied our alum. No stingings. That was a super smooth shave. Following the alum, we did a cold water rinse and then toweled off with our Lancaster towel prior to using our Thayer's Cucumber Watermelon Magic, because it's made by witches. Excellent stuff. I had a fantastic shave today with APShaveco / Razor Company Bitter Peach. This is one I'm very happy to have purchased. Great scent. I'm not sure why I don't see more people using this, because this is a really great, invigorating scent. I loved it. Big thumbs up. If you like peach, I recommend getting over to the Razor Company and checking that one out. The Tatara Muramasa razor, third use. It's gotten better each time. I think I'm taking to the razor. Even on 5, not the most efficient razor I've ever used, but it is a smooth ride throughout. Again, with the lower settings being very, very mild, but well built. Very expensive though, no getting around that. But so far, I've enjoyed using this razor. We used our APShaveco handcrafted series brush with cashmere knot, Captain's Choice bowl, and we shall close it out today with Ariana and Evans, peaches and cognac. And remember, Pete from Ariana and Evans will be on with us this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we will have a great time on that show, and I hope to see you all there. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.